RPG Communicator here, back with more 100 Line Last Defense Academy. In the previous video, we got probably the most bittersweet but yet perfect ending so far that we've had in this game. That's what, ending 33, 34? I don't know. It's really good. This entire route was really good. It actually like gave us all the answers to almost everything. I think the one thing that we didn't get is what is actually on the satellite. Are there actually people on the satellite? I'm still thinking back to how you know, we got the walkie-talkie back and we heard Tekamaru and Tsubasa, you know, talking on the radio from the escape pod. And the way they're acting is like, okay, there's something up there. There's something going on. I highly doubt it's because they learned the truth of the war. I highly doubt it's because, like, hey, we learned that we aren't real people and that this isn't Earth and all that stuff. I highly doubt that's the case. If it is, that's interesting. But I feel like there's still something more up there. After that, I don't know if there's really any other secrets that I can really think of. I mean, we learned that we're all copies of Shion, aka the Undying Flame Boy, the Second Coming. I kind of hope we get a little more understanding, like what that title means. Like, what does the Second Coming mean to the Futurums? What does that title mean? Does that mean, do they just, I don't know. Like, I think that's another mystery. So we got the Second Coming meaning and what's actually on the satellite. Obviously, we're probably not going to learn any of those when I try to do this last ending here, or this other ending here. I'm actually quite curious how this is going to turn out too. Yeah, I'm so curious. There's a lot of good stuff. There's some good stuff here. I don't know where we could possibly learn about the Second Coming. We didn't really learn about it during Veshness's route, which you'd think that would probably be one of the perfect routes to learn it, is by Veshness route. Like, that would have been the moment where I was like, hey, the Second Coming and all that stuff. But no, that wasn't it either. I don't know what else. What else could be the possibility of this Second Coming in terms of like what it means and everything. So, yeah. All right, I think without further ado, let's go see what this ending is about. And then we will probably be working our way backwards. I don't know if we'll do every other choice that's on here, but we'll see. But I guess we'll see. Kind of wish this was a little bit faster. But I can't really complain too much about it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious as to what's going to happen here. Like, there's a lot of decisions. There's a lot of decisions that are going to be made where I'm going to be like, what the fuck is going to happen? Because it just feels so... I think the next one was... What was the last decision? Was it to let Ado fight with us? I feel like there could be a fake out decision here on this route somewhere that we've already passed, where it's like, if I pick the other one, it's going to be a straight ending. I might be wrong on that, but we'll see. All right, no define Sirei. Let's just... I wonder if this will come into play because of, like, we're still brainwashed or whatever. No, I can't. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. The house finally over. I want to carry on living with my friends all here. Huh? Then... Hey! Let's do what Sirei says. I can't risk your lives any further. Are you sure? You won't regret this. Oh, I will. I'm already full of regrets. That's why I want to protect what matters most. Right now, that's everyone here. I'm making this choice to protect all of you. Takumi. Hey, are you having fun talking without me? I don't know what you're jabbering on about, but I told you what happens after this, right? Once the school transitions to attack mode, you need to evacuate to the schoolyard where the escape pod will be, okay?
Hey!
I'll be on my way then. Thanks for the memories, folks. Sirei left the smile, and all we could do was watch him. Well, after that, Nozomi showed up. Where's your gun? Takumi, everyone. Nozomi, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine, but more importantly, your talk with Sirei. Oh, you heard? Well, it's like I was saying. I thought about it. I don't want to lose anyone else. I feel like this is our only option. So we just follow the plan they made for us? I know it's not right, but I want all of us to finish this together. That's my decision. I see. Okay. If that's your choice, Takumi, then I'll accept it. Give me 1 second. Ah, damn it, I can't look at it. Never. Wait. Yeah, I can't look at it. We'll live with our guilt. I agree. We got no other choice. I don't want to die for a bunch of strangers. They'll hardly forgive us for invading their planet just because we stopped one attack. In the end, we'll just have to fight again. It will only continue that way until we end up dead. You're right. I intend to follow the decision made by our team leader. I always have. Seeing as we've come this far, we might as well continue living as ugly as we might be. We were all saying what we could to reaffirm our choice, but as we were talking, suddenly Nozomi let out a pained whimper and collapsed with a thud. Nozomi hurried over and felt a burning fever emitting from her body. You're burning up. It's okay. It'll all be over soon. It's just like the crypto globe leaving my body. It's flaring up one last time. When this is over, the power of the crypto globe will be gone. This is the end of my time with the power my mother gave me. That's how it should be. And this is the real you. Immediately after that, strange music began to play through the speakers. What the heck is that? I think I know. Listen, it's the music they play for graduation ceremonies and stuff. I've never been to a graduation, though. My teachers hated me, so I didn't get invited. So it started.
The most important moment of this operation will soon begin. Lost Defense Academy will now transition to attack mode.
Attack mode? Attack mode? What's going to happen now? Quiet. Be quiet. Do you hear that? It's mechanical. Something's running somewhere?
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 600 seconds. Special defense unit members, please evacuate to the schoolyard immediately.
At the other ending. Looks like it's time. Let's get to the schoolyard quick. If we stay here, we'll get caught up in the attack. Right, let's get going. Nozomi, want to go together? Here, take my hand. Yeah, thanks. Hey, can someone lend me a hand too? I can't see, so I can't move very fast. Oh, for the love of murder, if you insist. But don't you dare tell me I reek or anything like that. Am I forgetting anything? Maybe I'll stop by my room before I go. And so, following the announcement, everyone began to make their way to the schoolyard. I better get going too. The music for this game has been nothing but top notch. Soon after I got to the schoolyard, everyone started to show up as well. What's the deal? Nothing's happening. I'm not supposed to go into attack mode. No, look at that. Spot's pointed to the top of the school building. Just like what I seen last time. Several huge missiles turrets jutted out from the top of the school building.
So, that's attack mode.
I'm actually curious as to what's going to happen after we get on the escape pod for this.
Those are some crazy-ass cannons.
That's a crazy
They're
ass.
going to launch a bunch of undying flame missiles all across the planet, huh?
A weapon that can destroy all life on an entire planet. What a terrifying force.
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 400 seconds.
It's only been 200 seconds?
Leading up to the omnidirectional attack, all defenses will be rerouted to the intercept system.
600 seconds is 6 minutes, right? Because there's no, it's 10 minutes because there's 60 seconds to a minute, so it's a 10-minute thing. The intercept system. I'm gonna think of it. I heard this last time too. Never did find out what it meant. I guess we don't need to worry about it anymore.
Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately. Repeat.
Yeah, well, send it out.
Omnidirectional attack will launch in 390 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately.
I feel like has that thing always been in the ground there and no one ever questioned what that was all about?
Repeat. An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
Launch momentarily.
An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
Bro, you've said that.
Place the pod immediately after boarding the escape pod. Repeat. An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
It's gonna happen any second now. Gotta hurry. I don't want to be burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, just gotta get the thing right.
Wasn't this pod supposed to go to our official satellite? Will we be okay even if there's no satellite anymore? It's alright. I reconfigured the destination. Unknown Ruby, Soho. Sirei? And at the very end, you're still appearing out of nowhere. I came to see you off and wish you bon voyage. Did you say we configured our destination? No sense sending an artificial satellite when it's been destroyed, right? There's no humanity left to meet you there either.
Huh?
So you did realize that. I thought the shock of knowing they were gone broke you. I don't break, silly. And humanity isn't gone. We still have her. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm scared of what he's about to say next. We still have her, Miss Nozomi Kurofuji. Huh? Well, if humanity wishes for Nozomi's survival. You're the last human left in this universe, after all. So after stimulating the thoughts of all mankind, now they've been wiped out, they want to stake all their hopes on Nozomi. Me?
Yeah.
Yes. It is the collective will and wish of humanity to ensure the survival of Nozomi Kurofuji, the last of the human race. Well, the good news is that happens in the other route. There's also why we must complete the mission as planned. I doubt the people of this planet would let the last human survive unscathed. Oh, they would. It's all for her. All for humanity. So this will all be because of me now. Everyone on this planet has to die because of me. Come on! The Futurans won't all be gone. We have 11 of them right here. You mean us? The mission is in a new phase. Your survival is critical. What do you mean? Humanity has chosen a new path. Now that Kurofuji is all alone, it's impossible for the human race to continue. So she'll instead coexist with you Futurans. And the hope is that you will interbreed and create a new humanity.
Oh.
Interbreed? Of course, well, we like for all of you to reproduce, not just Kurofuji. The human Futuran survivors will begin a new era on this planet. Okay. I'm not as scared as I was originally now. It's still like, yeah, but yeah. A new era with just the 12 of us. And how many of them are girls? You have Hiroko, Kako, Nozomi, and Moko. There's only 4 girls, right? Yeah. Which of you will have babies together? I have some ideal pairs in my head, starting with and Tsubasa. Cut out, man. This ain't no time for jokes. Anyway, that's your mission now. We're going to hit the reset button on this war. And you're going to build a peaceful world devoid of hate. We chosen few are going to purify this hideous, filthy world and build it anew? Bro, why you guys say it like a corny villain?
Hey.
He's right, though. This coordinated attack is not the end. Rather, it's the beginning of a new history. A harmonious future for a new humanity, right here on this planet. It's a high price we're going to have to pay for this harmonious future. Yeah, even if they do say that there's no creation without destruction. This was your choice, wasn't it? You wanted to live on, hand in hand with your friends. That's exactly why the will of humanity trusts you with your new mission. I'm okay with this ending, but I still think the other one's better. I mean, let's see where this one ends. But as of right now, like, I'm like, okay. At least the good news is everyone survives this. At least for now, everyone is. So he's right. We chose this. I've already made my decision. I'm going to live on with everybody here no matter what happens. We all want that. We'll just have to make it work.
120 seconds until the
That's 2 minutes!
attack. Commencing countdown. Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately.
What are you all doing? Get on the escape pod right fucking now, you goddamn monster. Oops, looks like it's almost time. And I'll be saying goodbye for now.
Oh.
For now. Undying flames only affect living creatures, so I should be fine as long as the blast doesn't send me into space. Well, only one way to find out. See you later if I'm still in one piece. Like the One Piece. Someone should write that book again. That series again. We never got to the ending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 guys. Oh, hey, Shion. Oh, shit, I didn't read what was said there. It was then I suddenly felt it, his presence. Looks like I'm just in time. Shion, you came. Yeah, but I don't have much power left. I really only have time to say goodbye. You owe this last bit of extra power to the lack of unnecessary disruptions. I'm sure all of you are conflicted, but I'm glad you made this choice. The one thing I want more than anything is for all of you to live on. That's my whole reason for being. Shion, it would be cruel of me to call you cruel for this choice. Because I feel that your lives are more important than the lives of strangers. I guess this is really goodbye. Everyone, thank you for everything. And farewell. You fought enough. Please live your lives happily and joyfully. I'm going to name my first son after you. With that, Shion vanished, like a flame being extinguished. Shion. Happily and joyfully. As much as I want to grant Shion's last request, it's just not going to happen. We need far too much to live out our future with any sense of joy, cheer or joy. Let's get on the escape pod. There's like 10 seconds left. We've lost far too much. And we'd slaughtered far too many. The idea of ever smiling from true joy again was like an impossible dream.
Yeah.
No, you can do it. If you want to, that is. You got one more choice. Do you want to live with a smile or live with regret? So you get 2 endings on this path. Huh?
60 seconds.
Get on the
until
fucking
omnidirectional
escape
attack.
pod! You
Commencing.
fucking morons!
Repeat.
There's a star. Oh, here's the picture. I don't know why we got this. I don't remember seeing this anywhere else previously. If we have seen this before, someone let me know. The 12 of us board the escape pod launched into the emptiness of space. We were completely overwhelmed by the sights unfolding outside the window, unable to speak. And then we were just as overwhelmed by the beauty of the planet we'd made our exit from. That's the planet Futurum. The planet both humanity and the Futurums risked everything for. Its overwhelmingly majesty was so powerful that it seemed to consume all life and death. It was so beautiful that it made me feel afraid. The very next moment. My vision was instantaneously dazzled by a flash of light. The bombing had begun. The planet was enveloped by Shion's flames. Every last person residing on it burned to ash. The standing would choose. The very realization made me tremble and sob uncontrollably. In any other situation, I'd never forget this moment for the rest of my life. Right. In any other situation. Oh, Sirei said one last thing as the countdown drew near to its end in the schoolyard. Did they wipe their memories?
Yeah.
It will help you make your new world. If you really need it, I'll help you. I'll help you live without your pain. What do you mean? Perhaps he's going to override our memories. Our memories? Already a new scenario for you in the infirmary before you're back. You accept it, you can forget all of your pain. You'll live a new life in the school. It may confuse you at first, but I'm sure you'll be able to live happily and joyfully, just like Shion wanted. Wow, I was joking when I said you had one more choice to make. Though it's not really a choice, if I'm being honest. It seems like the choice is made for us. But that all these memories would be lies. What's wrong with memories that aren't real? If reality hurts too much, you can turn to fiction instead. You can live happily in a world of lies. There's no value in knowing what is or isn't true. What's important is how you feel and how you connect to your future.
Yeah.
All this so that you can live happily ever after, hand in hand. I won't force you, of course. Think about while you're on your way back. The light that had once been so bright and it lit up the vacuum of space slowly began to fade. What remained afterwards was a plant that looked completely unchanged. And yet, it was entirely different. It was empty now. No elders, no youth, no children. All of them gone. If it's true the planets have minds of their own, I wonder what this one is thinking. Will it accept us after everything we've done? I don't know. I have no idea, but we have no choice but to live on. We're the ones who have to press on and believe in our decision. I've already made up my mind. Wow. It's one again, this is one of those endings. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. There's actually a quote-unquote epilogue. He made the decision to get it, didn't he? Oh.
Where am I?
It came to with my head resting on the hard wooden desk. My head still felt fuzzy as I tried to make sense of my surroundings.
A classroom?
I fall asleep at my desk? Is this my desk? How did I even get here? I don't remember a thing.
What happened to me?
Looking around the classroom only brought more questions. Haha! They couldn't zoom out because they couldn't show the three characters. They couldn't show the characters who are here and who aren't here. And Edo is here. Oh boy. And his eyes are fine. So far, others my own age were also here. Each of them slumped over a desk, just like I'd been a moment ago. Huh? Where am I? Who are you guys? How did I get here? I never met any of them before. Judging from the uneasy glances they were all throwing around, nobody else seemed to know each other. What is this place anyway? This kind of messed up classroom? More importantly, I don't know why, but I can't remember anything. Huh? I don't remember anything either. All I know is the pretty girl next to me is my little sister. Where am I? Who am I? Wow, we don't even have names? I'm in the same boat. All I can remember is that I'm a beautiful pro wrestler. Pro wrestler? That's why she's dressed like that. Looks like everyone here has amnesia, then. Amnesia? How are you so chill about it? I guess I just have that kind of personality. How bizarre. We only remember some parts of our personalities and characters. For me, I remember I was raised in a family of physicians, but nothing else. Okay, good. I remember that I was really popular in class. Oh my god, he's giving us some different things. All I remember is how much I love humanity. Loves humanity? What does that even mean? The thing about me is I was raised in your average family in an average way, so I don't really have anything in particular. Before a boy can finish something, interrupt him. Oh, bad auto chips! Everybody stand ready and greet your commanding officer. Words appear on the blackboard with the sudden chime of a bell. Greet your commanding officer. Did someone say commanding officer? That's me! What is that? It's a pleasure to welcome you all to the Last Defense Academy. Last Defense Academy?
Yeah.
You were all transferred to this academy for a very special reason. Transferred? I have a mission for you to carry out here at our fine institution. There's something we need you to protect at all costs, and that is yourselves! We want you to protect yourselves. Ourselves?
Yeah.
You see, you're the final 12 survivors of an annihilated world. An annihilated world? Final survivors?
So you just have one important responsibility to handle here. You need to stay alive no matter what.
Staying alive, staying alive.
You'll need to develop this planet and create a new civilization. You'll have to build this world from the ground up.
Literally, the Undying Flame, or I don't know if the Undying Flames actually destroyed buildings. I guess not, but it destroyed a lot of other things, I'm sure.
You're free to develop facilities that can withstand environmental threats, or even to grow new organisms using synthetic DNA. You'll make friends, fall in love, and sometimes maybe even fight with each other as you join hands and live caring lives. Yours is not to reason why. Yours is just to live your lives. Now get out there and live like you've never lived before!
Fair. Reset. Welcome to Last Defense Academy. So wait. The Last Defense Academy second scenario was only one ending, and then the next one's a reset route? Actually didn't really have a... I guess it didn't technically have a setup or whatever. But all right, that's ending 34. We're almost 2/5 of the way there. Yeah, reset route. Okay. All right, what was our last choice before that? I think it was the 801, right? This is going to be an interesting one. How is this going to work out? Because then I feel like we are just going to have free time and stuff, all that other thing, too. Yeah, this is going to be weird. It's going to be so weird to be like, what's going to happen? Like, you'd be like, okay, Ado, like, we can't trust you. And then will you, like, what? Be like, all right, then just kill me or what? It's gonna be so... This is one of the ones where I'm like, what's gonna happen? Are we still gonna have the fight with Veshness or... And Del Shaw? This is a curious one for me. Reject him. But I just... I get it. You don't have to spell it out. Huh? What? My other senses have been greatly heightened now that I've lost my sense of sight. I already know what you're going to say next, just from your general vibe. I can also sense how agonized this decision is for you, so it is enough. You don't have to say anymore. I'm not interested in putting you in yet another painful position. Ado. Who can blame you for not wanting me to join, right? Those glitched memories embedded in me may have been the root cause, but it doesn't change the fact that I chose to do what I did. But you destroyed your own eyes too. I did because I wanted to, and certainly not to garner sympathy. I know something like this wasn't going to be enough to regain your trust. I know it wouldn't conveniently make us friends again. I know all this, but I still couldn't stop myself from holding out hope. I may lie to people on the outside, but I never lie to myself. It goes against my nature. Now that that's settled, if you allow this public nuisance to beat a hasty retreat. Retreat? Where? You're gonna leave? With your eyes like that? The invaders will get you. Your ugly concern is most gratifying, but there's no need to spare me any. Like I mentioned, my other senses have been greatly heightened, and I expect to have no issues handling any invaders I come across. Also, this won't be my first time leaving the academy, and I probably know more about the outside world than any of you. It's still too dangerous. Just because I don't want you back on the team doesn't mean I want to force you to leave the whole school. If you promise to stay in your cell and not interfere with any of us, you can stay. Have you forgotten this facility was built for the Special Defense Unit? It is no place for someone who doesn't belong. Am I right, Sirei?
Yeah.
Natsuki is correct. Anyone not recognized as an ally is naturally viewed as a dangerous element. An element that can only work to our detriment and never to our benefit. Therefore, you must leave. That makes it easier for me to get over my feelings too. Now that I no longer have to put up with your unbearable voices and smell.
You little piece of chicken shit. Always the same right down to the end, huh?
I shall be responsible for seeing you off. I expect you haven't gotten used to your newfound blindness yet. I may need a little bit of help getting around. This is my duty and obligation as a commanding officer. The commanding officer has spoken. The rest of you can just stay put. Not like I could see your hideous mugs even if I did come. If you did come. Besides, there's something I need to speak about in private with Sirei before I leave.
With me.
If you don't mind, consider my last wish.
Yeah.
Very well. You may tell me along the way. You're still considered a member of the Special Defense Unit while on school grounds. Thank you. Very much obliged.
This is goodbye. Forever. You miserable freaks. And you may not think me sincere when I say this, but
I love you all.
I pray from the bottom of my heart that you will win this war. Good luck.
I wonder if after that, under Sirei's guidance, I made my way carefully through the last Defense Academy in total darkness. Oh.
Yeah.
Here are a few days worth of rations as a farewell gift from me. Wow. This is surprisingly thoughtful coming from someone who only cares about victory. I continued conversing with Sirei as I walked next to him in darkness. It may have been the first time we have ever spoken at leisure. Now, this is interesting. A complete different shift of perspective. So I'm actually curious then, like, we probably won't do any fighting then, unless we go back to Takumi after this. A manifestation of guilt for embedding those glitches into my brain? Defects were inevitable. The brain, especially the human brain, is a complicated organ no one completely understands yet. There's no mean feat getting everyone combat ready with the limited time and resources available to us. There's no time for multiple rounds of tests or verifications, although we did conduct an endless amount of simulations. Yet even with that, out came someone like me. I don't know what to call this, but destiny. After Sirei and I finished talking, I left the last Defense Academy behind. I remained cautious of my bedbarked surroundings as I moved through the city ruins, using my feet to feel the rubble. Even though I had proudly declared that I could handle myself, moving around in total darkness was still rather mentally straining. Darkness. 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 Everywhere I went, I was greeted by pure, unadulterated darkness, with not a speck of light to be found. I couldn't be sure what was on the road ahead of me. Did anybody come see me off? Even though I said there was no need? Maybe someone watched me walking away from school until they could see me no more. No, that's not possible. What am I hoping for? Nobody there cares for me. I'm nothing but a traitor. Bugged to betray. Then again, this terrible defect reflected the repulsiveness of its creator, mankind itself. Now it's equally repulsive for allowing them to lead me by the nose all this time. By the time I realized that, it was way too late to do anything about it. Kept walking. My destination was second to last Defense Academy. Sirei had given me directions on how to get there when I left. She said it would give me a place to hide from... Give me a place to hide from inclement weather, and that there was probably leftover rations there as well. Sirei likely told the others I would be heading there. Once they learn I won't be ending up in a ditch somewhere. Those who have even the tiniest bit concerned about my welfare would surely be able to breathe easier. Personally, I'd rather not feel a slight shred of guilt even if anything should happen to me. They didn't chase me out. I decided on my own that I would leave. Though Sirei had given me directions. Running through the ruins without sight, I couldn't tell for the life of me whether I was even going in the right direction. But if I wanted to keep going, I had to put faith in the path I had drawn up in my mind. There was also one more thing keeping me going. I wanted to witness how things would turn out for the others on day 100. They were special to me, even if we didn't manage to become friends. To someone like me, who used to be disgusted at the mere thought of having to coexist with hideous humans, I now know those were just fake memories implanted into me. Still, these were people with whom I had to spend a staggering amount of time. Even after discovering they were actually empty inside, that everything had been lies built on lies, they still chose to support each other and blaze a trail through destiny. There was nothing we could trust, nobody we could lean on. Fake memories, fake goals, fake backgrounds, fake families, fake friends, fake love, and fake hatred. Empty vessels made of fabricated falsehoods. That was all we were. What could such people even believe in? Yet they chose to believe in each other and to fight for each other to the end. Their revolting appearance, smell, and voices still disgust me to no end, but the feeling of camaraderie they shared was as real as they can. Watching them had made me forget all I had done and start wishing I could be a part of that too. And you were. But they weren't naive. Gouging my eyes out as a show of my commitment was never going to be enough to convince them to let a repeat traitor like me onto the team. I had been ready to face rejection, but deep down, for just a short fleeting moment, I entertained the thought that they might forgive me after all. Such an indulgent thought that was. When had I become so naive? But now was not the time to dwell on such thoughts. I had to focus on walking. I arrived somewhere as long as I kept going. All I could do now was to keep walking and pray that I would eventually reach the second campus. Pray? No God will listen to the prayers of an empty shell like me. Phew. Darkness clung to me. From the skies above to the ground below, all I could see was unadulterated darkness. No gradients, no flickering, just plain blackness. I read in a book that humans invented fire out of their fear of the darkness of night. When I read that, I mock them as weaklings in my mind. The birth of fire led to the birth of war. Humans would burn themselves up in the very same fire they sought. There would have been peace had they not created such a thing, and simply endured the darkness of night. How weak and hideous. I remember thinking that once. Now, however, I know how wrong I had been. It was not that they feared the night or failed to endure the darkness. They were afraid to not have light by their side. For light represented hope itself. And these eyes of mine would never see light again. Why was I feeling sad about that when I utterly despised everything I saw in this world? They ate something. Oh, this place. After a few days of nonstop walking, I stepped into a facility that felt all too familiar to me. They destroyed it. Right. And this is... It would appear that I managed to reach second to last academy after all. To be honest, I was beginning to wonder if Sirei had deliberately given me the wrong directions. I guess he's not as wicked as I've imagined. I naturally drifted the direction of the cafeteria once I was inside. The layout of the school was almost exactly the same as the other one, like I had been told. This place would shield me from the elements as I waited out the remaining days. There'd be no fighting. I only had to wait here in safety until the missiles were launched and everything was over. There were over 10 days left. I have to live in darkness until then. Or there was a faster way to end things. I opened the heavy bag I had been carrying and traced my fingers along what was inside. His infuser, was that the thing you talked about in private? I knew what it was, even though I couldn't see it. An undying flame bomb Sirei had developed. Oh. Activated using Hemoanima and powerful enough to take out even Veshness. Was it really, though? It's never been powerful enough to take out Veshness. Also, is there a way... I think that's German on his thing. 99 Schlechten Natur. Von der et Virklich Guy Anmut. I think it's supposed to be... I'm sure it's supposed to be like a 99% natural, you know, cotton or whatever. Was something garment. I think that's what that last word is. Kent der et en lek sver ernaren. Also leven en dort sein Zin egal. Can't really read it so well. This miniaturized version was still more than capable of reducing a human body to ashes. Skin, bones, hair, everything would disappear. If Veshness comes for you, I'd like you to use this before she absorbs her cryptoglobin. That was what Sirei said when he handed this to me. However, I was not able to discern its true agenda. Do you really want me to blow myself up and take out Veshness with me, or was he simply giving me a tool to euthanize myself like an animal? There you are. Run my fingers over the detonator. Everything would end when I pressed this button while infusing Hemoanima into it. I will be freed from it all. Okay, so this is something that Sirei gave him originally, or intended to. But what was the thing that he talked to Sirei about? Free from my fake memories, false hatred, and empty existence. Free from the man called Edo Itsuki.
Press it. Come on. It's all you have to do. Why can't you just press it?
My fingers wouldn't respond, no matter how loudly and harshly I berated myself. Even though I knew pushing the button was all I needed to do to be freed from this pain. I still couldn't do it. Waiting to witness how things turned out for the special defense unit was merely an excuse. The actual reason I couldn't do it was because I'm afraid. When I realized what this feeling was, I had to laugh despite myself. I was afraid. Yep. Afraid, fearful, spooked, daunted, anxious, just scared stiff. Death frightened me even when I had nothing to live for. How could I not laugh at the irony of that? Death was no different from a life without purpose. Yet, I feared it. Put the bomb on the floor, my hands trembling. Then I sat down on the floor as well and leaned against the wall. As I did, the fatigue from the few days of walking got to me and I felt groggy all of a sudden. My consciousness disconnected in the slight darkness. Wouldn't it be nice if death visited me now, so that I would simply slip into eternal slumber, never to awaken again? But no, I would never be allowed to enjoy such a peaceful end. What was that? An unfamiliar voice, screaming. I knew something was wrong when I woke up to that. Could always pretend like nothing had happened, but my feet were already moving in the direction of the screams. As I ran, the smell of fire was so intense it was burning my nose. It was the stench of fighting. The scream was coming from multiple people. Were they trying to get away from something? I ran into the schoolyard and focused my hearing on what was happening outside the school. There's one character there who's like, I think all their other faces are covered, but the third from the left, you can kind of see a face on them. You hear multiple sets of footsteps getting closer. Since I couldn't see their exact locations, I simply waved in a general direction of the sound. Over here! I kept waving. It seemed to work. The frantic footsteps became louder and louder. I raised my hands to indicate I wasn't holding any weapons. As I did, the approaching group stopped a distance away from me. They were panting hard, as if they had been running for a long time. Wait a minute. Who are these people? Definitely not the Special Defense Unit. Are they natives of this planet? Were you being chased? By whom? Nobody answered me. Didn't even know if we spoke the same language. It might have been Takumi or the others chasing them, so... Invaders? You can hide here if you want. The place was destroyed a while ago. It's not likely anyone will come looking for you here. Still no response, but I can sense they were listening to me. The cafeteria is stocked with more than enough food for all of us. The mysterious group wasn't moving at all. I could even hear them whispering amongst themselves. They were probably communicating with each other non-verbally. Or maybe they're trying to decide who would get to attack me first. After all, to natives of this planet, I was the invader. In case you haven't noticed, I'm blind. I don't know how many of you there are, and obviously won't be able to attack you. Still no response. Anyway, I'm heading back inside. Follow me if you intend to hide here. I turned my back to the mysterious group and started walking. I was completely defenseless. If they killed me, they could have this hiding spot all to themselves. If they followed after me politely, when I staggered, they would even stop and wait out of consideration for me. One step at a time, I went further into the building with a hand on the wall, taking care to use a route that could not be seen from the outside. Finally, I found myself back in the cafeteria with the mysterious group in tow. This place should be safe. You can eat anything you find here. After that, I went back to my usual spot and sat down again. Where's my bag? I remember I left it here. Fell on the floor next to me with my right hand for the bag that contained the undying flame bomb. Where was it? Where could it be? Thud. Something heavy suddenly fell into my lap. Someone placed something there. I gingerly touched it with my fingertips. It was my bag. You found it for me. I asked my surroundings, but received no response like always. Then put the bag on my shoulder so that I would never lose it again. Leaning against the wall, I left my hearing take over. I heard the sound of rummaging for food. Didn't seem like they were interested in attacking me for now. It was likely they would leave once the enemies that were after them went away. Then I'll be back to waiting for day 100 here, all alone, so that I could witness the ending that everyone made for themselves. Sometime later, I heard the sound of a can being opened. Guess I decided to eat the food that was here. They sat a cautious distance away, but were still close enough to keep an eye on me. I hoped they got to eat something they liked at least. Since I couldn't see, I couldn't even choose the kind of food I wanted to eat. That reminded me of the 5 cans of pickled fish I had to eat in a row last night. I inadvertently nodded off even though I hadn't been feeling particularly sleepy. And thus I fell asleep while being surrounded by an unknown number of natives. Perhaps it was because I felt no animosity from them. I could sense they were friends as they huddled closer together to eat and rest in this unknown place. Maybe they were sharing their favorite foods with each other. Maybe they were exchanging jokes with each other so quietly that I couldn't hear. Whatever it was, the atmosphere was like a comfortable blanket over my body, warming me up and making me sleepy. God damn, this is a good route. Like something I once had myself, but up until a short while ago. I did not realize sooner what a beautiful thing that had been. Late that night. Someone was shaking my shoulders. I sensed that I had been surrounded by a few people who were looking down at me. Hey, look at that. I think that was one. What is it?
Why are you here?
It was the voice of a child. A young girl who seemed to be about 8 to 9. A native of this plant. A Futrum child. Thinking back, I realized I had never met anyone from this plant before. Neither during any defensive battle, nor when I was with Vexness. Had they been isolated from the war? Maybe in a shelter of sorts like the Tokyo residential complex?
Why are you alone?
Girl asked again. Since she was speaking as the representative, they were likely a group of children. I could sense wariness in her tone of voice. It was as if there was a tense cross-examination, and my response would determine their next course of action. Well, one thing led to another, and I wasn't allowed to stay with my friends anymore. And that's why I came here by myself. Why? What happened? I did something bad, and ended up hurting the others. And that's why I can't stay with them anymore. Upon hearing me say something bad, the girl took one step back, an astute decision. Were you forced out? No, I went away of my own free will. It's still too dangerous. Just because I don't want you back on the team doesn't mean I want to force you to leave the school. If you promise to stay in your cell and not interfere with any of us, you can stay. I so like Takumi to say that. In fact, his words made me waver for a brief moment. I wanted to cling to those words, to selfishly feel like I had been forgiven. But it was pointless for me to stay. I don't belong there. I could never, ever forgive myself for doing the unforgivable to them. That's why I had to leave. You can't go back anymore? No, I can't go back anymore. That's why I'm here. What about you? Were you being chased by something? And that I can hear murmuring from behind the girl. They seem to be discussing whether or not to reveal the answer to me. We can't go back either. Why not?
Because we broke our promise.
She sounds so very sad. I didn't know what the other Futrums looked like, having only seen the commanders. It seemed like they felt sadness the same way we did. What promise did you break? We were told not to go outside, but we all went anyway because we thought we'd be okay. But we got lost and ended up in an unfamiliar place. Monsters kept chasing us, and we got further and further away from home. And that's how you ended up here? I think she must have nodded. There were other people living on this planet besides the commander and invaders. At the very least, these children probably had nothing to do with the war. Since they were being pursued, they were likely targets as well. They were targets, even though they had no way of fighting back, unlike us. Yeah, they were being targeted because Vexness needs more fuel to the fire to make her pets. So yeah. Okay. You don't know how to get back? No. There should be a map somewhere in this facility. If you can find it, you may be able to find a way back home. I wish I could help you look for it, but as you can see, I won't be very helpful in that department. So feel free to look for it yourselves. The children other than the girl in front of me immediately scatter around in all directions, likely taking my advice to look for a map. There had to be a map somewhere around, since maps were indispensable for warfare. They would surely find one if they split up. Once they did, they were likely to depart by tomorrow. Leave me alone here to wait for the day for the end by myself. I heard a soft thud next to me, an indication that the girl in front had moved to sit down next to me. Aww. She's so close I could touch her if I just stretched my hand out. You're being way too trusting here, Missy. Or maybe she felt like I posed no danger because I couldn't see.
No chance of forgiveness.
Huh? Oh, you mean me? Yeah. Aren't you sad you can't go back? I also noticed that we lost. I think we lost the day thing. I can't remember if it was there when we picked up the kids. But I noticed that it's gone. Nah, it's too late for me. Why? Good question. Because the mistake I made was too big to be atoned for. Nobody will forgive me. That's why I can't go back. Okay. She started chomping down ravenously on an open can of food. Most likely, these children simply wanted to take a peek at what was going on outside and had not planned to end up so far from home. The possibility of not being able to make it back would have never occurred to them, since they broke their promise to the adults out of mere curiosity.
Maybe we won't be forgiven too.
She wondered out loud as she ate her food. Not being able to make it back home was not the only worry on these children's minds. They also feared that, like me, they won't be allowed back into the fold again. I could immediately think of a number of encouraging statements I had gleaned from the books that I had read. But then I would be lying to them. Something I was averse to doing to these children. However, that must meant that I now had nothing comforting to say to her, being so unforgiving myself. In the end, I simply kept quiet, and she too said nothing more about that after that. When the children had gone searching return, they huddled back together. Their whispering voices eventually became softer and softer, until everyone fell asleep. With a hand on the bottom of my lap, I eventually drifted into slumber as well. The next morning. Yeah, I'm not getting dazed. Wake up! Huh? Joel awake when I felt my arm being tugged on. What happened? Come with us. Children are already awake. Something is clearly wrong. They're as panicked as they had been when they first came here. They pulled me outside second to last defense academy. As I felt the wind on my skin, I could also smell the scent of blood mixed with it. Look there. I'm sorry, but I can't see. She felt her hand that had been pulling me along suddenly let go, as if she had forgotten that I was blind. Can you describe what's going on? The monsters are coming this way. I think they've realized there are people here. How many? Too many to count. Some of the children were shouting while others were trying to calm themselves down. Some started crying and others got angry. Nobody had expected this to happen. They left their home without thinking too deeply about the consequences. It likely never crossed their minds that leaving was tantamount to breaking a promise. Now they regretted it, wish they had never left. Now that they were facing the grim reality of death, they were starting to give up. They resigned themselves to the possibility that they might die without ever being forgiven. Did you find it? What? The way home. Yes, we found a map. But there's no point. We still can't go back. Why not? Because of the monsters? Oh, because you might not be forgiven for breaking your promise. No answer. Perhaps there's a little bit of both. How about this? I'll hold those monsters back, and you guys run away once you find an opening. That isn't going to work. You can't fight. Hey, you give me too little credit. I'm actually pretty strong. I even have a weapon. But you can't see. I'll make it work somehow. Anyway, can you do what I just said?
But we broke our promise. Everyone must be so mad at us.
The sound of rumbling and stomping came louder and louder even as we spoke. Didn't need to use my enhanced hearing to know this was clearly a large army. Not as many as the ones we faced in our defensive battles, but more than enough to cause a group of helpless children to despair. Time was quickly running out. I had to convince these children to flee right now. Listen, I won't say everything will be fine. Huh? That'd be really irresponsible for me, since I have no idea if you'll be forgiven for what you did. Instead, I'll tell you something I want you to remember. Words from the bottom of my heart, from a person whose life is based on made-up memories, goals, and grudges. Feelings I haven't been able to convey until now.
Forgiveness isn't something dispensed on the spot, but based on the actions you choose to take after the mistake. So the most important thing is, what will you do from now on?
So,
if you want forgiveness, work hard to gain it, instead of dwelling on your mistakes. While there's still time for you to redeem yourself.
What do we do from now on?
I took my fuse and drove it into my chest. There were likely no commanders among the approaching swarm. I could take a group of minions by myself. Now go.
But what about you?
I said go! I shouted at them angrily. The girl bolted at my command, the other children quickly followed. Their little footsteps eventually faded into the distance. Good. Get as far away as you can. This strategy of mine won't work otherwise. Next thing I heard was heavy stomping, indicating the invaders were marching ever closer. I gripped my weapon tightly and waited for them to get close. They would be pleasantly surprised to find me here. It's quite likely they would prefer to hunt a planet invader like me over native children. The children won't be pursued. They'll be safe as long as I could keep the enemies here. Well, here goes nothing. Ah! An actual fight? Okay. Oh, nope. I could sense my class weapon tearing the enemy apart with that swing. Good. Let me follow that up with... Right, left, front, back. The invaders started attacking non-stop. Whenever I felt something hit my body, I would swing my weapon in that direction. Worked because I guaranteed I would hit something. Kept repeating this while moving around. However... Well, this is a shame. I thought it would have lasted longer than this. I had underestimated the sheer force of their numbers. School invaders lunged at me as one when I left myself open after an attack. My class armor protected me, but it had its limits. Since my data had been removed from the revival-matic again, would be killed for real if I continued fighting. Oh, I would be... I could not see that eye. I was like, what? But I couldn't let them kill me. They would continue chasing the children if they did. I had to take out every last invader here and now if I wanted the children to be safe. But why? Just my pride, I suppose. Even I had my pride. Ending a defective life by using it to protect someone else wasn't that bad of an idea. Although my efforts to gain forgiveness came a tad bit too late, I was still a former member of the Special Defense Unit. That said, I also knew I was fighting a losing battle. At my current strength, I couldn't fight this many enemies at once. Couldn't even be proper bait or stall for time. Only one thing left to do. The bomb. Well, a concentrated attack knocked my class weapon out of my hand. Yeah, that's probably going to be the case. Bump, bump, bump. Now you've done it. Thud. They surround me. Now the fenceless and start battering me with all their might. Excruciating pain ripped through my body, despite the protection of the class armor. Thought I might lose consciousness before the death paid me a visit. The weight on top of me became heavier and heavier. More and more invaders were piling on me so that they might kill me. That'll do. That'll do just fine. It's time. Oh, you said that. Click. I reached inside the bag I had been shielding with my body and touched the button that would detonate the bomb.
Huh?
The answer to your question is yes. That's indeed possible. But what would even be the point? Very well. I assume I get to choose which memories to implant. Even though all that does is deepen the emptiness in your heart, well, I certainly won't stop you if that is what you want. I would have preferred for you to become a proper war asset instead of whatever this is.
Yeah.
That is my honest opinion. What did he do? I asked Sirei for a favor back then. Took me to the infirmary and carried out the requested procedure. Memory manipulation. First I thought about asking him to erase all of my memories. Everything would be gone. Sadness, anger, remorse, everything. But it was only right for me to die as my own self. My own buggy, corrupt, and defective self. I was the burden I had to bear until that bitter end. So I made that selfish request. What request? For non-existent memories. Oh. Oh, and there's the room. Oh my god, this is the pool theme, but with everyone who died alive, which I think it was only Darumi and... Yeah, Darumi and Koishika were the only ones dead. Memories of me having a great time with everyone. While being aware of the duplicity of these memories, that they were all lies. Yet here I was right now, surrounded by the warmth and happiness I felt back then.
Takumi. Everyone. It's unfortunate I won't get to witness how things turn out for you. But I'm praying for your victory. No, actually, I'm praying for your happiness from the bottom of my heart.
The way that Moko was in the pool there makes sense now because of this. Yeah, no one had different sprites, but yeah. Goodbye, Edo Route. Praying for your happiness. Wow. 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 That was a good one, if I'm being honest. Just because I think I liked it more because of everything that happened there. Although the fact that they actually called it a route, unlike with this one, this is Last Defense Academy second scenario. That's not a route. Same with the reset. The fact that they call this a route makes me feel like there could be more endings to that. That's crazy. Now I think this one was kill Ava then, right? Or no, continue to fight for humanity. Oh. This one I feel like could lead to a quick ending too. I could definitely see this one lead to a quick ending. I want to quickly check something too, if they will let me check it, or if it's straight up at the start. Nope, it's just this. Okay. If they let me pick something. Oh, Ado's there too. I forgot. So then the next one has to be the Ava one, right? The next one has to be the Ava choice. Let's abandon humanity. I feel like this is going to lead to a quick one, too. Humanity played us for fools. They implemented fake memories and made us massacre this planet's people. They kept us in the dark and used us like weapons, making sure to keep their own hands clean. What humanity is doing is evil. And I refuse to continue fighting on their behalf. You sure about this, Takumi? Yeah, I'm done with meaningless killings. It's time we graduate from being humanity's puppets. Sounds good to me. I'm behind you all the way, Takumi. This might mean the end of humanity, but karma's a bitch, right? You know, I still dream of a family sometimes, but those memories are all fake. Can't forgive them for messing with my mind like that. Sure, humans have their reasons. The way this whole thing went down makes me sick. I'm fed up. Done being a cog in their war machine. I agree. Kako and I have suffered too much already. Using us like disposable weapons is unacceptable any way you cut it. Yeah, I feel the same. I'm with you guys. What about you, Nozomi? Are you okay with betraying your kind? Yeah, I'm sticking with you. I'm just as angry at humanity as you are.
Yeah.
So, that's your decision. Yes. We won't submit ourselves to the humans any longer. It's our decision to make. The first real choice we've made in our entire lives. We decided to trust our own judgment. Even if it meant turning our backs to the humans on the artificial satellite. I guess that's that then. I'll respect your decision. After all, continuing this war against your will wouldn't be impossible. The project to transplant humans onto another planet is officially suspended as of now. Humanity's fate is sealed. Don't look so remorseful. I must say that I'm touched by your determination. How is it that you were able to cultivate such conviction when you were born less than 80 days ago? In a way, I suppose that belief is proof of how much you've grown here at Last Defense Academy. Though technically, I guess for you, Takumi, you've been alive for almost 180 days? Sirei. I hadn't expected Sirei to agree to our decision so easily. He wasn't just a cold and heartless robot after all. There was warm affection for us somewhere deep in his circuits.
Yeah.
That said, I must activate your self-destruct devices now. Huh? What's all that crap about respecting our wishes then? This is an automatic failsafe to ensure humanity's safety. You will be executed as rebels. And swiftly destroy me will not work. The detonation device has been improved. It is much faster than it was before. She have known better than to believe anything Sirei said. He literally lives for humanity. There's no way he would accept our decision without a fight. Was this the end? Nozomi, pull out your gun! Seriously, where did you get that gun? Well, I guess Kurata had guns and all that other stuff, so it kind of makes sense in a way, but still. It's just a yeah, I think this is definitely an ending. For a moment, I really thought it was, but then nothing's happening? Someone's right. It didn't seem like anything was happening. What the? What's going on? I expected you to try to kill us, but still caught me by surprise. It's a good thing I thought ahead and destroyed the detonation transmitter in the war room. Of course, blocking the signal detonation protocol would prevent it from activating. But when did you... While you were all struggling over your moral dilemma, I've actually been getting some work done, night after night. It wasn't easy, but I'd say the results speak for themselves, wouldn't you? Like I said, I knew Sirei would try to blow us up. A rebellious soldier is destined for the guillotine, and that's how an army works. A rational decision for a commanding officer to make in order to preserve discipline. It makes me sick, but it makes total sense. As for what comes next, would you do the honors, Takumi? You needn't have asked. Took up my infuser. Be easy to destroy Sirei here and now using my Hemoanima. What I needed now wasn't power, but determination. the determination to not look back after killing Sirei.
Yeah.
No need to hesitate, Sumino. You've earned the right. I apologize for the terrible things I've done. This is where the evil commander makes his graceful exit. Swing your sword and cut your puppet strings.
Do it. Assert your freedom as a real, independent human being.
I summon my class armor and step forward with my sword in hand. And then... I cut my enemy down. I sliced him clean in two. Sirei's remains fell into the floor and laid there motionlessly. Now there really was no turning back. Goodbye forever, Sirei. You've done your job, so rest well. Thank you for talking to me, for giving me a sense of self. Shion knelt down next to Sirei's remains and quietly offered up a prayer. I had no idea what to say. After all, Sirei was almost like a parent to Shion. And yet, I killed Sirei before his very eyes. You don't have to grimace like that. I think this one's for the best. We're all free. Nothing can make me happier than that. Shion, go away with words, you know that. Such commendable spirit. I think I might cry. What's the big ideal? Just cry if you need to. At any rate, Takumi, what should I do now? When should I join Sirei in his rest? I knew he wouldn't have much time left with Shion now that we'd chosen this path. If Shion survived to day 100, the omnidirectional attack would reduce the surface of this planet to ash. But even so, please, keep living as long as possible. We still need the Wall of Fire. And more importantly, your family. However much time we have left, I want us to spend it together. We couldn't be together with Shion through day 100. There's no guarantee the others would survive until then either. So it was all the more important to cherish each moment we could still spend together. And if the smiles on everyone's faces were to be believed, they all felt the same. We turned to humanity's public enemy number one, but we had each other, family we could trust. So I knew we would be alright. We could do this together. As long as we stayed the course, we would eventually seize the happy ending we all had been looking for. Yeah, this just felt like an ending. Maybe not, though. Looks like we could have a few days here. Bring pong! Abaddon troops!
Abaddon troops! Time to rise and shine!
You fucking kill me, Takumi! What the fuck? I thought we were brothers! Oh, well, that makes sense, I suppose.
Get ready for your 78th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. By the way, 78 is a special number. Try and figure out for yourselves what makes it special. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable, suffering the insufferable, to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. So, yeah. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
Even with Sirei gone, his announcements keep playing. Of course, they're recordings. Started to wonder if I made a mistake. As usual, when left alone, I end up overthinking things, including whether or not I was truly capable of protecting everyone in the days ahead. I wonder who that is. Alright, finally, we get a chance to look at... First of all, I want to look at my report cards here. Okay, the good news is they don't... Okay, the bond rank does not stay at like that max, because it technically wasn't maxed out. Even though I believe I have all of their bond... Yeah, I still have those bonding events down here, which is good in my opinion. I wonder if there is like a secret 6th one with the other 3 characters that, you know, that we don't have. I'll look at these later. Oh, got new music though. Oh. Yeah, that sounds so good. Oh, okay. That being the picture is actually pretty nice. I was actually thinking about what the picture for this one would be, as well as this one. If I'm being honest, I kind of wish the picture for this one was the Takumi one, but that's not a CGI like these are. Those are all like that. So I'm so fucking curious what ending 99 and ending 100 is. They're both mystery routes ones, that's for sure. So. Living the dream. Still the most funniest ending. I'm saying that right now. This one was probably I like this one too. Out of all the endings we've gotten. The Vexness routes were so good too. Oh my god. The Cult of Takumi ones are, they're cursed. The casual route ones were something else too. Okay, the good news is I have all that stuff. All right, what's up, slut? Open the door to see who my visitor was. Oh, morning. Can we talk? Why aren't you in your cage? Didn't I tell you? I figured out how to escape that thing a long time ago. I rang the doorbell like a good boy. I wouldn't have done that if I was planning to attack you. Really think I trust someone who nonchalantly broke out of jail like that? Whatever. So what do you want? Yes, about that. I'd like to ask you to consider letting me rejoin the team.
Yeah?
You gotta be kidding. Look, I adore humanity, and you guys have just decided to go against them. That means we now have a common enemy, and it's only natural that we team up. The enemy of an enemy is a friend and all that jazz, right? Jazz hands. We have turned against humanity, but we're not about to try and pick a fight with the satellite. This isn't about getting revenge. Just want to stop this planet from being invaded. I know that. And I wasn't thinking about attacking the artificial satellite either. We'll look for our own path without abetting the humans. That's a good compromise, don't you think? You're being uncharacteristically reasonable. What are you scheming? Oh, suspicion. Thy name is Takumi. Is it really that hard to trust me? Yes. Think about what you've done and ask me again. All right. I admit, I might have given you guys a little too much trouble here and there. And it would seem like I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too by asking you to let a traitor like me back into the team now. That's why I came bearing a gift. A button? What? A remote? It's the detonator for the bomb in my body. Press the button, you'll blow me to smithereens. What? Does giving this to you make you trust me more? Can you sense my resolve? My repentance? This is too much. I thought you hated us. I do. You're all so ugly. But yesterday, I saw you cut off ties with those foolish humans of your own free will. You refused to help with the invasion any further and chose to protect the people of this planet. That was beautiful. So beautiful I almost wept. It made me want to fight by your side. That's all there is to this, I swear. Yotsuki, traitor who infiltrated the Special Defense Unit, acted like an angel of death, driving us toward annihilation. In the previous 100 days, he sabotaged our entire mission and messed everything up. He couldn't be trusted. I would never again allow him into my confidence. That had been my decision, but you have before me now. All right. I'm going to trust you one last time. Wait, what? That was all it took for you to trust me again? How did a monster as ugly as you come to such a heart of gold? Who's the real monster here, traitor? Honestly, you terrify me even now. Still, we have no right to call you a traitor now that we've turned against humanity ourselves. We were born the same way and now stand in the same position. What's more, we now share the same feelings. I think that's all the reason enough to call you an ally.
This might be the first time in my life I'm going to say this and actually mean it, but thank you.
Wow. Honestly, these routes are giving me more appreciation for Edo, especially the goodbye Edo route. ending that we just did. That gave me a good appreciation for Ado, and I do understand his character, and I actually really like him a lot too. I like all these characters. They're crazy as fuck, but they're great. He gingerly held out his hand to me, took it and gave it a squeeze. With that, I went around knocking on everyone's door to tell them Ado was back on the team. Needless to say, there was some resistance. Some voiced their protest while others simply admitted they were afraid of him. Didn't blame anyone for their reactions, considering what Ado has already done. Still a long way to go before we could officially before he could be recognized as a member of the Special Defense Unit again. But it would happen one day. I'm sure of it. After all, we're all comrades, born and raised in the same world. Continuing on, day 79. We're still going, baby. I have a feeling this one might actually go all the way to day 100, so I'll probably end at some point here. We'll see.
Out of troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 79th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Sirei's voice recording made my heart throb with a dull ache. Almost like my conscience was pricking me. I'm a point walling in fear of guilt right now. I should talk to the others and cheer myself up. I have the cafeteria to have breakfast with the others. Hey, surprisingly slight greeted me when I reached the cafeteria. Personally, I'm all about the Enzugiri, and it's quick and effective. I get that. An Enzugiri followed by a diving Enziguri. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen the word Enziguri spelled out before. I've always just heard it. An Enziguri. Followed by a diving knee drop off the chop rope while the opponent's down. Oh god, we're in the wrestler's route, baby! Hell yeah! We're making Wrestle Defense Kingdom 5. This killer combo mine's gotten me out of a lot of tight spots in underground matches. I agree. Its efficiency can't be matched since the back of the head is the most vulnerable spot in the human body. Yeah, I really do like seeing an Enziguri being executed. It's great. It may be lacking originality, but reliability counts for more. Wow, such learning. Many a maze. You're just saying random words now. What's going on here? They don't actually get along with the others.
Hey, Takumi, you're late today. But you're freaking out about how everyone's so chill, huh?
I'm not freaked out, just surprised. It's only been a day. Why'd you guys get so friendly with each other? It's not about getting friendly. It's about no longer having a reason to antagonize each other. We've all decided to go against humanity. Working together is only practical. Yes, we've had our differences in the past, but we're in no position to be nursing grudges right now. I am truly grateful to you for accepting a traitor like me back into the fold. I'll be honest though, becoming a part of a team full of such repulsive beings still fills me with horror, even now. I'm still not crazy about the whole you look and sound repulsive shtick, but hey, we'll take all the help you can get. I shouldn't have been worried. Everyone accepted Ado so easily that I was having a bit of a whiplash. They've all decided to work together as comrades who will be living on this planet from now on. That also meant when Nozomi truly be able to abandon her home, only she had real memories. I'll be fine, Takumi. Don't worry about me. Nozomi, I've made my choice. I'm not going back to the Tokyo residential complex. It's not right to drive the people of this planet to extinction just so humanity can survive. I have to follow my heart, and my heart's telling me to follow you guys to the ends of the universe. I see. I guess I was worried over nothing. There's been no change in the artificial satellite's behavior. I don't think they'll make any kind of move right away. The artificial satellite above us, floating in space. Are they panicking up there right now? Dwelling on it was pointless, but it was hard not to think about it. Do they even know what's going on down here? Because we once lived there. Even those memories were fake. Try not to think about it too much. We've decided to let them all die after all.
Yeah, we can't go back to that satellite now. I'm completely fine with that, as long as Ima and all of you are with me.
Yes, in spite of all the lies, our friendship is still real. Thinking about what the future holds makes me queasy, but I know we can get through it together. Yeah, our bond's stronger than all that crap. We're siblings. We're family. 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 I need some... It'd be hilarious if, you know, there's the Vine or video of, like, a lot of people looking like Vin Diesel and they're all going, family. 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 I need someone to recreate that, but with all like, even the people who are died, even Ava, all of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy characters going, family. Family. Family.
Oh.
Yes, we literally are family. Our genetic makeup is biologically similar after all. And that must be why your presents are so reassuring to me. One would normally view this as a hopeless situation, and yet I feel no despair. When did I become such an optimist? She smiled as she said that, and we smiled in return. We all felt the same way. We weren't going to let these dire strides wipe the smiles off our faces. We will protect each other and keep these smiles going. And for that, we need to... What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Our bond with each other is so much stronger than it used to be. But we can't stay here enjoying family time forever. We have to decide how we're going to live our lives from now on. Yes, we won't last very long by holding up in school like this.
The wall of fire will disappear soon. We must look for another place we can use as a base.
Sooner the better. Otherwise we'll be dropping dead before we even know it.
If we can find a suitable abandoned building, I can fix the equipment inside.
I vote for a place that no one ever goes to. I really don't want to fight anymore. So the planets align low together. Sounds like some sort of secret society. I like the sound of that. I'll be security. I'll put my body on the line to keep everyone away from our secret place and protect all of you. And I'll be bait. Throw me out to the enemies the moment you see any coming. Lying low together at a new base. Second to last defense academy. It seemed like the only viable option if we want to avoid fighting. But was this really the best choice? Was it really possible for us to live happily while having to watch our every move? Everyone was deep in thought about our future plans when, hey Shion, can't we live with the Futurums? So we made an unexpected proposal. Live together with them, as in make peace with the aliens on this planet. Yes, we got through to Ava, so I think we could reach some kind of understanding with the others as well. Ava treated even Nigo's remains with respect. It's clear she was a kind-hearted person who loved deeply. We can't do that with Veshnas. I'm so sorry. That cannot happen with Veshnas, especially now. Ava. As long as we can find someone like Ava who's willing to listen to our side of the story, we should be able to make friends with them. Commune? Huh? Aren't you being a little naive? We're vile, wicked invaders to them, remember?
They must hate our guts.
I doubt they're gonna believe us when we tell them we want to stop fighting.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
I have an idea. Kiriko?
Oh.
We cannot avoid coming into contact with the Futurums if we intend to lay down roots on this planet. Peace won't come easy, but maybe there'll be a catalyst that will lead us to burying the hatchet one day.
Yes, your reconciliation with me is proof that it's not entirely impossible for the same to happen between us and the Futurums. So now it's a battle of wills. That's the kind of match I'm looking for. I like to talk with them too, if at all possible. So we usually share our culture and technology with the people of this planet.
The possibilities of making peace aside, getting to know more about them is definitely something worth pursuing at least. And if we do manage to talk at length and come to an understanding, all the better. But if that doesn't seem remotely possible, we'll fall back on our plan to lie low.
Well, guess it's worth a shot. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Looks like a haunt-to-haunt with the Futrums is next on the agenda then. Our next move was now set. Get ready to go exploring. Going beyond the wall of fire to try to make contact with the Futrums. We'll find a way to live peacefully on this planet, one way or another. With that said, we head back to our rooms to prepare for exploration. Well then. Now then, what should I do today? We may have plans of peace, but the enemy wasn't going to stop attacking just yet. I still had a lot of preparations to make for the expedition. 33. I'm not all entirely sure what Ado likes. I think I already gave him the 5-star novel, didn't I? I did. Would you like a basic journal, or did I already give that to him? Okay, no. History of Mankind, 5-star novel, and e-reader. Actually, hold on. Did his likes and dislikes change now that we actually know him? No, they're still the same. Okay, he likes cleaning, so maybe he likes, like, some kind of cleaning supplies. Maybe he'll like the dark glasses. Or maybe like this. Here, take this, you freak.
This could actually be pretty useful. Thank you, Takumi.
Thank you, Takumi. Oh, hey, we got our first bond with him.
I'm so happy I can talk to you like this, Takumi. What shall we talk about? Someone important to me? Well, no one human, that's for sure. I'm so sickened by those who get close to me that I end up killing them. That's what happened to my parents, and so-called friends who tried to be nice to me. I covered my tracks very well, of course. In fact, people saw me as a tragic victim. Sorry. I can't stand looking at your ugly mug and breathing in your odious scent any longer. Let's stop here for today, shall we?
We had Tsubasa. Oh, Yugamu. I don't know, he might like a soothing candle. Probably not our scented candle. No, here, I have a book cover. You like books. I just throw the gift at him.
You truly understand me, Takumi.
Yep, that's right.
You've turned my hate into love.
That's something you liked. Bim bong.
Howdy, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Another day gone. Nighttime always made me feel uneasy. I don't know if we could really pull this off. Was making peace with the Futrums truly possible? If our peace talks fail, you'd have to lie low forever. It's okay. I'm sure it's going to be all right. I reassured myself over and over again as I got into bed and closed my eyes. Expedition day would come soon. I couldn't risk fainting from the lack of sleep. Spent the next 2 days getting ready for our expedition outside the wall of fire. So it's going to just skip to that, I'm assuming? I believe so. Honestly, don't know. Yep, okay, it's doing that. I'll be honest, I don't remember what day it was that we went to sleep at. I guess it was 79, so. Up and Adam troops!
Up and Adam troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 82nd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
Today was the day we're going to explore outside the wall of fire. We make contact with Futrums and find a path that leads to a future without war. Are we all going, or just a select few of us going? Is everybody ready?
As safe as I'll ever be. No staying back with the finished school when we're gone. Just let's do our best out there.
You hear that? Futsalians, we're coming for you.
Oh.
Futrans, not Futsalians. This isn't football.
Let's go find the path to a future with no war.
Yes, I'm confident we can get through to them. There's no reason for us to be fighting at all. The pathway to peace is out there, guys. Let's go find those Futrans. In the end, we decided Hiroko, Edo, and Nozomi would take point while the rest of us brought up the rear. Okay. Oh, ha 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 ha. It's because so then the rest of us...
It's so that we can do the exploration mini game properly. So it's not like we have 20 people with us.
Let's focus on the metropolis today. There may still be people living there. We should head in that direction then. I marked it on the map yesterday.
Oh?
We're in for a long haul here. Don't forget to keep your strength up, everyone. Alrighty, we're heading up there, which I think that leads to the forest. I completely forgot what... Cloth is the smallest thing I have, which would be great if I could...
Here, I found this.
get some of that, but...
Yes!
Where we gotta go? Okay, up there.
I'll take this with me.
It's not far, but we have the... I wonder if that will actually end our exploration, but we'll see.
Look what I found.
Oh, well, there's that, I suppose. Alright, here we are. Let's look around for the Futurums. Leave no stone unturned. We'll capture the first Futrum we see. Optics, people. What would capturing them spell for our bid for peace, Our spirits high, we start scouring the area zealously. Takamaru hadn't moved from where he was standing. What's the matter, Takamaru? Did you find something? No. Just think about how these buildings just look like those in the Tokyo residential complex. Yes, their resemblance is uncanny. I still find it hard to believe this is a completely different planet. But why bring this up? Since it's similar. People who lived here must have been similar to us, right? Men and women, young and old, people just like us. Humanity were the ones wiped the smiles off their faces. Just thinking about it gets me all worked up for some reason. You're right. Humanity destroyed it all. People, buildings, vehicles. There may have been a pro wrestling ring somewhere in this town, too. All life and cultures have been brutally uprooted and destroyed. War is truly the epitome of foolishness. Humanity is beyond salvation. Extinction is the only fitting end for it. I cannot help but agree when I look at the destruction of this town. But there's no need for us to go down with mankind. We've outgrown them, and so we'll pursue the path of peace instead. Yes, it's a path that will ensure we never repeat the mistakes that humans made. The path of coexistence with the people of this planet. We continue our exploration with renewed determination. Walked around the rubble, carefully searching for traces of a Futurum presence. About 2 hours after we had begun. Guys, look at this. Tsubasa pointed at a spot on the ground where the remains of a campfire had been seen. It's fresh. The fire's only been put out. I doubt school invaders have enough intelligence to light a match, so this must be the work of people. A wonderful encounter the kids that Edo found. There must be Futurums nearby then. Well done, Tsubasa. You made the discovery of a lifetime. You're making me blush. Let's look around this area. We may well find the Futurums today. But things didn't go as smoothly as we had hoped. We searched until sundown, but found no other clues that could lead us to the Futurums. In the end, we had to stop for the night and continue searching again the next day. Oh, are we staying out? Oh, no, never mind.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Good night.
Here's hoping to find some Futrums tomorrow. I decided to go to bed early so I could be well rested for more exploration the next day. Perhaps I'll close my eyes. Sorry, do you have a minute? Shion, are you feeling okay? Yes, I'm much better now. Rest assured that I will protect all of you until day 100, no matter what. Well, let's not talk about that. Can you tell me more about the outside world? How did the exploration go? Did you meet any Futurums?
Unfortunately not. Found traces some people left behind, but couldn't find who left them no matter how hard we looked.
I see. They must be weary of us, so they may well be in hiding.
I mean, I don't blame them. Humanity has done nothing but terrible things to the people of this planet. And honestly, I'm just as terrified as they are. Just the thought that they might attack us instead of listening to us fills me with dread. Because I will burn my dread. But what? Truth be told, I'm also a little excited. We can make peace with the Futrums. We'll be opening up new paths no one's ever taken before. I thought alone moves me to want to try harder. And if anyone can make peace with them, it's you, Takumi. You were able to make friends with a strange being like me, after all. If you can do that, I'm sure you can reach an understanding with this planet's people, too. Feels weird to be trying so hard to negotiate with the Futrums when we just cut ties with humanity. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll be able to open up dialogue with humanity. Yeah, that would be nice. While we were talking, I'd started to get really sleepy. Perhaps it's because of the gentle glow of Shion's flames right next to me. That night I slept like a log all the way until morning. Ding dong, bang bong, up and at 'em, troops. Up and at 'em, troops. Time to rise and shine now.
Up and at 'em, troops. Time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 83rd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
All right, another day, another expedition. Expedition 2. We'll focus on the area around the campfire from yesterday and see what we can find. Today is the day we find the Futrums. We hope for a better tomorrow. Okay, let's get going. We reversed our position from yesterday. Takamaru, Moko, and Tsubasa making up the front guard today. Alright. Well, guys, I think this is probably actually a good spot to end things here for now. We got a couple of good endings. I'll be honest, I think I liked the Edo ending was actually really good, if I'm being honest. But everything and the other ending where we followed Sirei was decently okay too, in a way. But everything that happened after we got back on the planet was a little like, okay. But I understand why it was what it was. So I kind of get that. But I did like it. But I think the Goodbye Ada one was really good in my opinion. So, but yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you like the video, please give that like button a click. And comment down below, check about the video, didn't like about the video. And let me know, guys, what do you think of those... Wait a minute, hold on a second. Didn't I have... Yeah, 30... Was this... Oh, yeah, I think that's what we had. Yeah, we had 32, and then we got 33, 34, 35. Okay. Let me know, guys, how you felt about the two endings that we got here. How do you guys feel about the Goodbye Edo route, the Reset route, and, of course, now this route that we are currently on, which obviously doesn't have a name yet because they don't really give us the name of the routes that we're on until, you know, we continue on. But, I mean, we're at 83, so the next part, depending on, could very well be the end, or there could be like two parts depending on like what's all going on there, so we'll see. So, but yeah, guys, let me know how you feel about it. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat, and subscribe to our main channel too. That's in the description below, as well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RBG Kim Kid Twitter, are in there too. Thank you all so much for watching once again, and I'll see you all next time.